All right, hey everybody, welcome back. Another news feed here for you. This one, kicking it off. It is official that it is coming. It is here. We have a new small Toyota truck for $30,000, which, that's interesting, $30,000. You can buy a Tacoma for $30,000, if you're getting an SR. So pretty interesting, but it is going to compete against the Maverick and the Hyundai Santa Cruz and get about the same competition. But they broke it down in this article as to why, how, and what to expect, and I'm pretty excited for it. Here's kind of a generated version, a AI version of what they think it could be like. We don't know until it gets here, but it's coming soon. It says Toyota will launch a small, it says right here, Toyota will launch a small pickup truck to compete directly with the Maverick and Hyundai Santa Cruz, and yet to be named. So we don't know what it's going to be yet. It'll serve be under the Tacoma and serve as the company's entry-level pickup truck. It's going to chase, again, the Maverick's what it's all about, the Maverick. Toyota Motors North America head of planning and strategy told Motor Trend the automaker is building the truck. Okay, decisions have been made. The question is whether we can slot it in, or the question is where we can slot it in. Not a matter of if at this point. It's coming. We know it's going to be here. They're going to make it. They've committed to it, and now it is game on. It says why it matters. Toyota estimates it could sell 100 to 150,000 units every year in the U.S. alone, just in the U.S. And think about the global market for this truck. Remember, Toyota is a global industry. Ford is too, but that Maverick's basically a U.S. one. But think about all of the places in Europe and all the kind of places it could, overseas. It would really benefit for Toyota to have this little truck, like the little Stout, little things they keep talking about, all these things. Would be very cool to see this. So this truck says right here, the appetite for small trucks is increasing dramatically and the Japanese automaker wants to play in it. The only problem, the truck won't be ready for sometimes likely another 2 years. 2027 model years when they're expecting it. So that's not too far out. A lot of things that we don't know yet, but we do know it's coming and what it's going to be after. It says right here, the Toyota, it was confirmed. Again, not only is it confirmed they're building it, it is confirmed that the platform and powertrain, Ericsson confirmed that Toyota's compact truck will be unibody, using a variant of the TNGA architecture. It will compete directly with the Maverick as the company plans to have both a hybrid powertrain. Think of it as looking smaller version of the Tacoma, but with the capabilities that closer match those of the new Toyota RAV4. Pretty interesting. We are estimating it. They're estimating the price to be $30,000, and they expect it to be on sale fall of 2027, probably as a 2028 model. So pretty interesting. But I mean, a lot of people are loving this thing, and I'll be honest with you, I liked the Maverick a lot when the Maverick came out. Especially when it came out for a $20,000 truck. Now, there's no way you could convince me to buy a Maverick. I'm sorry. They're way overpriced. They're insanely high priced. I hope Toyota doesn't make the same mistake and do the same thing here. If Toyota really wanted to crush it, they should bring this thing in as like more of a $24,000, $25,000 price range and steal those cells from Maverick and then do like Ford did and raise it up. Okay, we're going to talk about that again here in a minute because our next one gets into this stuff, used car trucks with the highest resale value. It's going to get pretty interesting. We'll be right back to that because there are some things on there that relate to what I'm telling you about. But interesting to see, and we know it's coming. It will be here officially. It doesn't have a name yet, but it is coming. No more questions, no more rumors. It's official. So now here, used prices with the highest, or used vehicles with the highest resale value. Notice they're showing a Maverick. Why do you think the Maverick has the highest resale value? Why do you think it's there? What do you think is the biggest contributor to it? Could it be the fact that if you bought one, if you bought one 4 years ago, you bought it for $20,000 and now the same exact truck costs $33,000 to buy? Could that maybe have something to do with it? You see what I'm getting at here? The way these games work. So pretty interesting when you see it. But here's what they rank. These sources that this article is created by from Hot Cars, but the sources that built this is from IntelliChoice, Consumer Reports, Car Edge, and Repair Pal, and Auto Trader. All those are combined to create this. Average retail or resale value for Tacoma. Now, this is an older Tacoma. This is based on, I think this is based on 5 years This is based on, 5 years of ownership, okay? 5 years. So the new Tacoma hasn't been out for, or Tundra hasn't been out for 5 years. So they're basing it on the old one. 65.1%, to be expected. That truck is, right now, is probably higher than that. It's kind of the golden egg in the real world right now. So 65 is what they're saying here. The GMC Canyon, 65.5, beating out the Tundra. Look at that. Now, again, people can argue all they want. The numbers are here, and the numbers don't lie. Now, also part of that equation is you got to take into account the MSRP versus the selling price on them. These things matter. It's not just about how quality the truck is. There's all these factors that come into play to determine what the resale value actually is. So, GMC Canyon, 65.5. Ford Maverick, 65.6. But again, see what I'm talking about? It's not just about quality or anything. You're talking about a truck that people bought. It hasn't even been out for 5 years, but when it came out, people were buying it for $20,000. Now it's over $30,000. That means that it holds tremendous value, because if the new price goes up on the new ones, the price of the old one, the used one, also gets to go up higher, increasing it. If you think for a second that a Maverick, the value would be that good on a Maverick if it was still the same price or within $1,000 or $2,000 or maybe $3,000 of what it was in 2022, you bumped your head. Okay, it would fall flat on its face and be horrible. The only reason the Maverick resale value is so solid is because they jacked the prices up on it. Literally, it's gone up 40% basically in a couple of years. So, or 35% in a few years. It's insane the amount of money, but that's helping what Maverick is doing here. It's a big benefit for him. So something to consider. Going down the list. Ram 2500 HD. God, if I had a nickel for every time somebody told me I bought a piece of crap truck that's worthless and it has no value, nobody wants it yet. For some reason, it's beating the Maverick, it's beating the Canyon, and it's beating the Tundra, the old last-gen Tundra, on resale value. But again, people keep telling me I made the biggest mistake of my life, and it was such a dumb thing to do. And apparently, the people that use these trucks every day for a living, they don't know any better either. But here, it's coming in pretty dang good. And the Colorado coming in at 66.5. Very, very interesting. Okay, most of these are going to be your last gen because the new gen is not available yet. I had this exact truck. 2019 Ram 2500 Cummins. I had this truck. Amazing truck. And moving on here, Sierra, the GMC Sierra, 67%. It's pretty dang incredible when you think about that. And that rounds the list out, but GMC Sierra is holding its strongest resale value of 67%. The key takeaway, we go from 67 for these top ones all the way down to the Frontier or the Tundra coming in at 65. So if we take an average of 65%, if you buy it right, you see where I'm talking about. So let's say, for example, that you bought a, let's just go here and say that you bought a, let's say that you bought a $50,000 truck just for the heck of it, okay? So it's $50,000 and it's going to hold a value of 65%. So we are going to do times 65%. Let's just hit that right there and see here. Okay, so we're going to hit that. That means you're going to sell it for $32,000. You bought it for $50,000. You're going to be able to sell it after 5 years for $32,500. Okay, so that's $32,500. Now, what if you bought it for $50,000 and you got 20% off on it, which is very doable still today, but you got $50,000. Okay, we already know the math on that, what it's going to be. It's going to be $10,000, but we'll do it for you here. But 50 times 20%, okay, is going to be $10,000. So you bought it for $40,000. So now you bought it for $40,000 is what you paid for it. And when you go to sell it 5 years later, you can sell it for $32,000. So you minus your $32,000, and that means that you got a total invested of $8,000 divided by 60 months on here means that your actual cost of ownership was $133 per month. How beautiful is that? That's truck buying 101 right there. That's what we're after. That's why these charts matter. That's why this information matters. Now, this information is always very volatile. These resale value percentages change daily. They are not set in stone. So something you got to keep in mind and consider. But very interesting when you look at it that way. Questions, comments, anything you got, put them below. Thanks for watching.